focused on voice propagation. The new policy should be addressing more about data, how data is growing, about the services, about the platform, about the infrastructure, and how the role of the various players in the ecosystem has to be. So our clear expectation is that it addresses the data propagation issue, the exponential growth of data, the spectrum issue, the right-of-way issues, and it lays out a clear roadmap for it, which can be then followed by the industry. See, the main trends which are these new applications which are coming. Bulk of the applications today, if you see, which ride, are video applications, entertainment applications. Now what is getting added is things like cloud computing, where peer-to-peer applications are coming. Over on top of this, then you have augmented reality, artificial intelligence, machine learning, and IoT applications. So it's getting layered: entertainment, enterprise, then gaming, then intelligence. The entire digital transformation agenda for enterprise and for the country is dependent upon this core infrastructure that gets created. So it's very important that we plan for it and we create that infrastructure right now as part of what we do in through 5G or alternate means of transmission. But it's a cohesive that data will continue to grow. So anything that we design for, technology has to play a key role. The technology has to play a key role in scalability and affordability. And there are technologies available. If you start thinking of, say, a mobile phone, the device technology ecosystem has gone through that, where the scalability and affordability is being addressed. The computer industry, the same thing has gone through, where you have a certain cost frame, but you keep getting upgrades every year. The same needs to happen for the network as well. That data will keep growing, but the network needs to be designed, whichever network it is, 4G transitioning into 5G, Wi-Fi, it needs to have that scalability and affordability, and technologies are available to design that now. Essentially working on creating these new networks, these new web scale networks, which are scalable, which have this very high data capabilities, and which are designed based on virtual networks, which are designed based on software definition, and which have this scalability, this affordability inbuilt in this. And we are doing it for cities, we are doing it with defense, we are doing it with telecom providers, and that's going to be the key play that we have. We have done Gandhinagar, we have done Jaipur, we are doing Kakinada right now, so several cities. See, democratization has happened. If you start thinking of at the way democratization happened for voice. Voice used to be 10, 15 rupees, it is now less than a paisa and it has become free. The same is happening for data. The great part is that the consumption of data is growing by leaps and bounds. And here the technology needs to start playing a role at the service level, at the platform level, and at the infrastructure level. Technology plays a role so that you can deliver more and more with the same amount of revenues, with the same amount of money, but your unit cost keeps decreasing very, very sharply. So whichever metric you look at, so for voice it was, say, revenue per minute. In this it is revenue per gigabyte. So your cost per gigabyte keeps coming down, but your total amount of gigabyte itself is growing so rapidly. Your revenue growth happens through that. And that's what the democratization will happen of services, whichever kind of services. Is it at one end you have education at a service, the other end you have financial inclusion, direct benefit transfer as a service. So India always gets ready from demand. So India is always a constraint driven market. So once you have demand, the supply starts shaping up to start delivering that. And you can see it in any infrastructure. You can see it in roads, you can see it in power, you can see it in gas, electricity. The same is happening here. The data pull, people now require that amount of data. And 5G is just an extension. It's a more efficient way of transmitting or packaging data in the same amount of spectrum. So technology will keep moving forward as long as there is a demand for it, and we clearly see that the demand for data is clearly there. So the supply moving towards a more efficient technology has to happen.